One speed or two speed? That's a very tricky question. Ciao guys, my name is Marco Graziani, Graziani Homemade for you here in Brisbane, Australia, and I'm here today to make a beautiful video showing you the difference between using a machine with one speed or two speed. So because I don't have any kind of machine with one speed, I'm gonna use my sound mix. One will be 100 RPM from the beginning to the end, and the other one we're using the different speed that we have with the sound mix. Let's make a 70% hydration dough. Okay, we are using the Caputo flour Cuoco. This flour has 13 grams of protein. The water is already 1 degrees. Okay, let's start adding all the flour. Voila. And the yeast. 17 RPM. Okay, let's start 100, like the machine that has one speed. Let's play. Let's add some water. The dough shows us that we need more speed to start to create the gluten. So I will jump to 160, 150. Step by step, we form the gluten, and our dough is gonna compact all in the middle. Continue add water, because it's always important, don't forget guys, it's always important to hydrate your dough. As you can see, as soon as you add water, you're gonna see your dough a little bit melting, and don't worry about that, just continue. It's really important to keep control of the temperature. As you can see, because we create frictions, the dough, the temperature start rising. Can you see that the dough is getting back all in the middle? Okay, I'm gonna add more water. This is the last part of water. Okay. The temperature is still 22 and it's fine. Don't forget the maximum temperature I suggest is 25. So now we need to let the dough just absorb the water properly. So now we can increase the speed 180. Let's add the salt. Okay, as you can see, our dough 70% hydration stuck properly from the container. Okay, a little bit water in my hands, on the table as well. Then I'm gonna grab the dough. Let's clean the machine, just to show you that everything is done at the same time. Okay, a little bit olive oil. I'm gonna help the dough to be stuck in the container. Couple of folding. Voila, our dough is ready. As you can see, 70% hydration, smooth and not sticky. That's the great result, okay? So now let's jump to the machine again to do the 70% hydration but one speed, 100 RPM. Let's see. Here we go again. We're gonna put the flour inside. We're gonna start the machine. So I'm gonna add straight away the yeast. Usually, guys, the dry yeast should be better to melt it in a little bit water, but it works the same way. Okay, let's start adding some water. Water at 70 degrees and the speed is 100 RPM. So in this case, guys, we need to have a lot of patience. We need to hydrate the dough slowly. In this case, the problem is we go slow, but the problem is because we don't have a lot of power for the machine, will be longer and more difficult to create the gluten, forming the gluten mesh. As you can see, guys, this process will take longer and longer comparing to the other one. So this is going to show you that it's not impossible to do it, but it took long time. Temperature is still okay. The dough doesn't crustle in the center, so we miss strength. It's difficult to create the glutenic mesh. It's still sticky. I will add the last amount of water just to get the 70%, and I will show you eventually what can we do. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, is I'm gonna stop the machine because for me it doesn't make sense to continue. Stop the machine, I'm gonna grab the dough, put the dough on a bench and then do some manual folding to help the dough to finish and forming the glutenic mesh. Couple of folding, but the dough is still sticky and it's not ready yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover the dough and let the dough relax for 15-20 minutes. So this is the technique that I really suggest you if you don't have a machine with more speed, to start mixing your dough, then put your dough on the bench, fold it a little bit, let him rest and do some breaks for a few times, like 15 minutes one time. If it's not enough, do for another 15 minutes. Like this, we will give strength to our dough and we will let the flour absorb properly the water and to create the gluten mesh in the right way. I made the pizza ball last night. I let them rise. It's 25 degrees here in Brisbane, Australia. So grab some flour. This one will be the one that we made it with one speed. Voila. As you can see, this one it's more relaxed. So guys, today we're not gonna make any particular pizza, just a little bit tomato sauce and oregano. Very simple, just to see the difference between one dough to the other one. Start stretching and pushing the hair. It's always important to clean the floor. Voila. This is the first one. Then we're gonna grab the other one that we made with different speed. Okay. Tomato sauce. Beautiful, fresh San Marzano tomato sauce. The smell, guys, it's incredible, it's so beautiful. Okay, oregano. Very simple. This is good for you as well if you try to practice at home. You don't need to spend money all the time to buy all the ingredients. Just make some very simple, like focaccia or eventually just tomato sauce, oregano, and of course, extra virgin olive oil. Beautiful. Voila. So now let's cook the pizza. I'm gonna use my rock box. So let's start with this one, the first one that we made with one speed. Voila. Okay, 70%, different speed. Put this one in the oven as well. Voila. Okay, can you see? So let's cut the pizza. Okay guys, as you can see the result is pretty similar. This is really good. Depends as well how you stretch the pizza, depends how you maintain, how you let the dough fermenting. But as you can see, this one is the one with one speed. This one is the one with different speed. So the structure is pretty good for both. because again I say depends how you manage the dough fermentation. But this one, I realized that this one it's more strength, so it kept a little bit more gas inside, and it depends your taste, and depends what do you feel. Okay, thank you so much to be here. And so in my humble opinion, guys, the question that you have to ask yourself is what I really need. In both cases, you saw the result. It could be very similar. I don't want to say the same, but very similar. Even you can play a little bit with different tips, as I showed you before in the video. But of course, a machine with different speed, so you can play a little bit. We can put 1 or 2, or like the some mix, you can regulate more precisely the speed. It's gonna help you a lot, especially if you're gonna do pizza dough more than 70% ratio. In that case, I really recommend you a machine with more speed. Otherwise, you're gonna spend hours time to wait the dough relaxing, then fold it again, and relax it and fold it again. I don't think you're gonna enjoy making pizza like this, and probably gonna give up. At the same time, if you are beginners, maybe you already, I don't know, like 6 months, even 1 year making pizza by hands, so you wanna jump using a machine, but at the same time, you don't wanna invest a professional neither, because of course it's an investment. At that time, you can spend a little bit less money and you can buy a machine with 1 speed. Or eventually, even if you are a small business, but you don't really make pizza or bread with high hydrated dough, so you can use a speed with 1 mix. I like to invest money in something that it can make me improving what I'm doing in the future. So in that case, different speeds will be the best. If you live in Australia and you're interested to buy some mix, have a look on my website, grazianihomemade.com. And there is a specific area about the equipment. You can find the little baby. If you didn't do it yet, subscribe the channel, thumbs up, leave a like. I hope you enjoy, and this video, I hope it's gonna be helpful for you. So, if you have any question, text me in direct, leave a comment, and see you in the next one. Ciao!